My next guest is an Iraq War veteran, and he has worked for this moment for years. Neiweem at the White House today and joins us now. Chris, good to see you tonight.
Good to be with you.
This is something that you've been working for a long time, as we just said. What changed today for our nation's veterans in a very practical sense?
In the most practical sense, Martha, today the veteran is in front of the union bosses and the bureaucracy. I mean, essentially now, if someone engages in malfeasance or departs from VA's values, the VA secretary can fire them, and they can be removed within a reasonable time, and they won't languish for a year and a half where you just can't get rid of bad people. That's the big change.
Yeah. I mean, we all remember that the prior head of the VA basically said, look, I'd love to fix this, but because I'm in the middle of this tremendous bureaucracy, I'm not even allowed to fire people when I know they're not doing their job. So what's going to happen now specifically? When someone needs to they need to clean out the dead wood to bring in better people, how can they do it?
So here's the dynamic. So this ended up being a bipartisan bill. Democrats ended up voting for it. It was bipartisan. But I think that President Trump, he was guns blazing on the campaign trail about reforming the VA, and he got it done. What happened in the last Congress was the last VA secretary asked for this authority, and when the bill started flying through Congress, the previous administration issued a veto threat and did a complete about-face.
Why? I mean, who doesn't think it's a good idea to be able to fire someone who's doing a bad job?
At the end of the day, President Obama started off good on this. He removed the last secretary, made some changes, but he got down to the 90-yard line and threw an interception. He essentially wouldn't buck the federal union. That's the only entity that's lobbied against this bill, and today they lost, and we needed this one. So today was a good day for veterans nationwide.
So I know you say you're not done. What's next on your list? What do we need to do now to get further on this?
The implementation, I mean, implementing, regulations and doing oversight, it's a constant job. Congress is going to continue to have hearings and to hear updates. I think this VA secretary is doing a good job. I think that he's got the president's support to make these changes, but it's just going to be easier to get veterans in to see doctors and make it work more efficiently and not have all that oceanic bureaucracy.
If someone is told, if they call up, they get back, like this gentleman who we just saw, and they say, well, it's going to be 3 weeks, it's going to be 2 months, what recourse do they have?
Well, if they don't have traditionally, they haven't had much. I mean, now they can call the patient advocates. They can reach out to veteran service organizations. But the administration has been pretty open about letting veterans get a line in and bring these issues out. And public attention is always good with media as well. So I think we're in a better spot now.
All right. Chris, thank you very much, and congratulations on your achievement today, seeing it through, and thank you for your service as well. Good to have you with us tonight on The Story.
Thanks.